Well, I'd walk or drive 2 miles for a deal or 2 miles to set a trap. President Obama taking the first of 3 short trips in as many days to Capitol Hill this afternoon. The president saying the reason he's reaching out to lawmakers is to help forge a budget deal. Michelle Fields sees a trap for Republicans. Explain, Michelle.
Well, look, don't be fooled. This isn't a new and improved Obama who's suddenly reaching out to Republicans and cares about their opinions. This is a president who exhausted his political capital way too early into his second term, and he sees his approval ratings going down. They're now at 45%. So he has this new strategy, which is destroy and undermine your opposition, but make sure that there are stories in the media that are published that show pictures of you and stories about you going and meeting with Republicans, so it appears like you're reaching out and trying to get their advice and work together.
But, you know, the president says just the opposite, that in fact what he is doing is something he wants to do, that maybe Operation Kindness will get more results than Operation Vinegar or whatever. And maybe given the benefit of the doubt and see how this works out. Where is the trap part of this?
Look, you can't honestly believe that. This is all a photo op. What he's doing is whining and dining Republicans, not because he really wants to hear what they have to say, because what it is it's providing an image. Look at the sequestration, the scare tactics. Now he's just being flippant and facetious about this because he realizes that Americans are tired of seeing this administration move from one self-inflicted crisis to the next. And if you look at the polls, Americans aren't just blaming Congress for this budget standoff. They're also blaming this administration and blaming President Obama.
The National Journal has looked at this, and maybe there are a couple of different intentions coming out of the White House. The National Journal reporting from a senior White House official who said this, that this is a joke. We're wasting the president's time and ours. I hope you all in the media are happy because we're doing it for you. Here, I'm going to go so far as to say, Michelle, let's say we can be that cynical and jaded, and he is. I think it's incumbent upon Republicans to take the olive branch, even if it's fake, as you say, and not ignore it, because the president can come right back and say, well, I tried.
Certainly.
I took that tour of Pennsylvania Avenue, and I tried, and they didn't do anything.
But look at what happened when he met with Paul Ryan last week, right? It looked great. He's reaching out to Republicans. Amazing. Great stories about him reaching out and trying to create a coalition. But then on Monday, he blasts Paul Ryan and blasts his Medicare proposal. If he's serious about working together, you can't go and meet with people and pretend like you're working with them and then the next day just blast them and destroy them in the media.
You could flip it around, because Paul Ryan said the same thing when he was heralding his budget today. The White House talks out of both ends of its mouth. So to play this game, I do what you're saying, but it seems what you're also saying is if you expect any great kumbaya, it ain't happening, right?
Exactly. If you want to build a coalition, you need to work together and try to talk things out, not meet with them and then the next day just destroy them. You know, I just want to remind you, this is the first time in 92 years that Congress, instead of the president, is kicking off the budget process. This is a failure in leadership.
All right, so I take it you're still doubtful about the president. Michelle, always a pleasure.
Yes,
Thank you.
I am.